Hey everybody, it's Priscilla Naomi with a tutorial for my beginners, and this is a look that you can wear either during the day or in the evening. So don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and click the bell to get notifications of any new postings. Also follow me on Instagram at Beauty by Priscilla Naomi. Keep watching. All right, first thing, let's prep our face. I use Ulta, the Beauty Mattifying Primer. It's a really good primer. Doesn't require a whole lot to put on the face. And I go ahead and I put it all over my face, especially the areas where I tend to get a little bit more sweaty or glossy. But that is a place that you want to make sure you do put your primer on to prepare for your makeup. I'm going to use NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade in black on my eyebrows. I'm going to use the Sephora Pro Brow number 20 brush. I'm going to use that spoolie to brush up my eyebrows a little bit, and I'm going to give them a little bit more shape. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use that Sephora number 20 brush for the Pro Brow, and I'm going to go ahead and go and start filling in really light strokes, nothing too deep to go underneath your already natural eye. You want to make sure you have that arch there right where you like most. I know a lot of people are always, hey, you should do it like this or you shouldn't do it like this, but I want you to play around with it yourself. Find the arts that you like best. There are stencils and things that you can purchase to get the shape. I just like different kinds. Sometimes I like it really thick, and sometimes I want them not as thick at all. So you can use that NYX Tame and Frame and that Sephora Pro Brow 20 brush, just dipping in the pomade and then just going ahead and light strokes right on your arch and your brow there, just to go ahead and fill it in. We filled them in our eyebrows, and now we can use the spoolie to actually go ahead and clean up any areas and also blend in some of that pomade throughout your actual brow. Finished look. Now I'm going to go ahead and start prepping my eyes so that I can do my shadows. I do have hooded eyes, so I have to use a different technique, but I'm going to use the Eye Prep Eye Prime by JUVIA'S Place in color 2. All right, I'm going to take that beauty blender. It's a mini one that you can get. You can buy it at Ulta or any of the other makeup stores, Sephora, all of those different places. And you can go ahead and take that primer that you have, that Eye Prep Eye Prime or any primer that you may have for your eyes, and put it all over your lid. And that's so that your shadow can stick in place and not blend in places and spaces that you don't want it to be. All right, our eyes are primed and blended out, and now we're going to prep our lips with the MAC Prep and Prime. And that is something you're going to put on all over your lip, a little bit on that lip line as well, so that when you get ready to apply your lipstick, everything is already ready for you. All right, it's time to apply your eyeliner. Everybody does their eyeliner a little different. Some people put it on before, sometimes it's after. Today, I'm just going to go ahead and put it on before, and I'm going to do it on my waterline. And I'm only going to go to about the midpoint of my pupil right now until I do some other things that are more flattering for my hooded eye. Okay, now I'm going to use the Sephora Must Have Smudge number 70. I'm going to just smudge out my eyeliner just a little bit. I'm going to use this basically as a guide so I don't go too far and stay within specific lines when I'm doing my actual eyeshadow. Now I'm going to use the Saharan by Juvia's. I love their eyeshadow palette here with all the different colors. I'm going to be also using MAC. I'm going to use two kinds of that. One is going to be Corduroy, and the other one is going to be MAC Dark brown. But right now I'm going to go ahead and start with my base shade here of Katsina, and I'm going to place it right literally in the middle, right above like the pupil of my eye, and I'm going to work my way inward towards my nose. I'm going to go up to about the bridge point where you can see the brow bone there, and I'm going to work it through and blend it. Usually I have to do some tapping and sometimes blending just because of the way that my eyes are, but I just like it when you tap it. I feel like it's a little bit different and not as harsh. Now I'm going to use that dark brown that I was talking about by MAC eyeshadow, and I'm going to go ahead and start lining basically the outer corner of my eye. And because I have hooded eyes, I am going to go up a little bit with like a diagonal, and then I'm going to kind of cut across so that it'll seem like literally like a triangle at some point, but this is just to give me the look that I need so that my eyes don't look like they're droopy but that they're open. And then I'm just going to pat it all in, and take it all the way up to about that brow bone part and work the eyeshadow through. Do the same over on your other eye. Once again, you'll probably get a better view over here. Um, Going literally kind of upward and then right underneath that brow bone and coming down kind of like a triangle there. And then going ahead and tapping everything through so they can blend all the way out. Now I'm going to take MAC Corduroy and I'm going to actually kind of just give a little blending to remove some of the harsh lines at the top and make everything all work together. It also kind of will make it a kind of a faux crease on my eye since I do have like a hooded eye. All right, so you see the definition on my eyes, and now I'm going to use the Magic Mini by JUVIA'S, and I'm going to use Kezi, and I'm going to put it right on underneath like my brow bone as a highlight so that you can see that it will add some structure and definition to my actual eyes. So I start right about in the middle there, the arch, and then I work my way through. However you like it, it is up to you ultimately, of the looks that you like, but you can definitely just put it there and move outward or inward. I am using the MAC 228S brush. I really like it. It's a small brush, so it's easy to kind of work in those actual spaces and places. All right, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to go ahead and tap it in right above in that arch area and work your eyeshadow right along underneath that brow a little bit just to give a little bit of highlight. So now I'm going to just take a blending brush and I'm just going to kind of blend it out just a little bit, and actually just do it on both sides. I am using the e.l.f. blending eye brush. All right, so I'm going to use my Sephora Must Have Smudge number 70 brush, and I'm going to use a Saharan Juvia palette in the color of Chad. I'm just going to take that right above, literally like kind of where I had my eyeliner, and I'm just going to kind of smoke it in there just a little bit and smudge it through so it gives me a little bit more definition. Now I'm going to go ahead and start lining up my waterline underneath my eyes, and I'm also going to take the smudge as well and kind of smudge some different shadows in there. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the Juvia's Place, the Nubian eyeliner, and I'm gonna go right in, like just the inner corners of that waterline there, and just put some eyeliner there, just because I like that look. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and just blend everything out so that there are no harsh lines, at least that I can see, and then I'll move on to the next phase of my face. I am using Juvia's Place I Am Magic Matte Foundation in Malawi number 230. And then I'm going to also use a beauty sponge. I'm going to also use the pointed foundation brush from Real Techniques. I'm going to be using several different brushes. So if I don't mention them during this recording, you can find all of the different brushes that I used in the description box. There is no special way to put the foundation on. I just mark different kind of spaces all over the place. It's so haphazard. It's just no rhyme or reason, but that's the way that I do it. And the color, it right now, it looks like super lighter than my face. But as I work it through, you'll see that it all will blend together. Now I'm going to take my blending sponge. It is damp. I went in and put water on it and kind of just squeezed all the excess water out. And I'm just going to go in and work the foundation through all over my face, kind of like a blotting padding at the same time as you are putting it on. I like beauty sponges just because it really, for some reason, me feels like it's more like an airbrushy feel and not necessarily a whole lot of product on your face. I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer in number 9. And I'm going to put them in those areas that I just pointed there. It's a lot of product that you can get off of that. So I do tend to scrape a lot off because you don't need a whole lot. This is really good. I mean, when you go into this product here, you don't need a whole lot to do what you need to do. So I go right in a V shape, and I start from the inner corner of my eye, and then I work my way out. And then I'm also going to come back from the outer corner of my eye and bring it in, because this is the area I kind of want to highlight. Now you're going to take your uh, beauty sponge, and you're going to go ahead and with the pointed end, you're going to start blending your concealer out, just so that it gives you kind of that highlight effect underneath your eyes. Remember, everything is a soft tapping motion as you're going in and blending out your concealer. Now we're going to take that Real Technique pointed foundation brush, and I'm going to just use that right on the bridge of my nose to kind of blend out that concealer that I put on. All right, now that we have that done, I'm going to go ahead and take Sacha. That actual is a setting powder, and it is in the color Buttercup. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on the places that I conceal. So anywhere where I put concealer is where I'm going to put this setting powder. I'm going to use the Real Techniques setting brush. I like to tap off a little bit of that excess and then go ahead and place it right on top gently of the concealer, the places where I placed it. Now I'm going to go ahead and warm my face up with the Juvia's Place all-purpose foundation stick. You can use this for contouring. You can use it as actual foundation. This is in the color of Katsina. And I'm going to use that right around the contour of the areas that I would like to, which is around my forehead, just to give me a little bit more warmth in these particular areas. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start just taking my fan brush by Real Techniques and just fanning off some of the excess like on my nose so that I can go ahead and contour it with the same all-purpose foundation stick made by Juvia's Place in the color Katsina. Okay, so I'm going to use Real Techniques. They have a contour brush, and I'm just going to start blending out everything so that they're just not lines there, but it brings some warmth to my face. You can do it to however you like for your face to be contoured. I just typically like to go around my hairline area, and while I am doing around my cheeks, I do blend upward towards the ear or towards wherever my hairline is. That way I do get that warmth that I'm looking for. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and use another color from the Saharan palette by Juvia's Place. I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to literally lay it right in the Senegal color, and I'm just going to put it right in the middle of my eyelid just to give that extra little sparkle that I like to have on my eyes. Now I'm going to use the Real Technique accent brush. I'm going to use the same shadow that I just took a little bit of my finger and put it on my eye. I'm going to take that and go right underneath my lashes in the bottom and hit it right in the middle, kind of where the pupil kind of lines up, and just to give some extra brightness to my eyes. Now I'm just going to go ahead and use that Sephora smudge brush, and I'm just going to work it in, blend it in just a little bit so that it doesn't look like it's two separate things going on, but yet at least it kind of blends into the next. Now from that same Sahara by Juvia's Place palette, I'm going to take the color Katsina and I'm going to go ahead into my inner eye duct right there, right underneath, and I'm just going to blend that color in there. Now I'm going to use the Saharan Blush Volume 1. This is quickly becoming one of my absolute favorites. I get excited when I pull it out. I am going to use the color, it's Neo, and I'm going to go ahead and use my MAC brush. It's one of my favorites, 150, and that's just to put on my blush. I literally just go right around. I smile a little bit and see where I want it to land, and that's where I put it on. I do use blush other places just for colors, like on my chin and on my forehead. I am going to use my finger and lay it right on Lila, and I'm going to place that right on the tip of my nose, just to give that extra illumination that I like to have, that glistening look. Now it's time to do the lips. I am going to use MAC products for this. I'm going to use Chestnut, which is basically a brown. It's an algo. I love it, love it, love it. It's probably my favorite lip pencil from MAC. And then I'm going to also use Velvet Teddy. It is definitely a nude look for me, and I love it, and it's matte. So that's what I'm going to work with as I am preparing and getting my lips. Remember, we've already prepped and primed them, so we don't necessarily have to do that again. Everything should be smooth. I do like to put my liner on my lips, but I do like to go a little bit above it, just a little bit, not a whole lot. But that is just a technique that I like. However, you can do it the way that you choose to, for how you like to wear your lipstick. When you are applying your liner, go ahead and fill it in just a little bit, just so that it can make your lips the way you want them to be. And then also, when you're putting on your lipstick, I just kind of just move and go over and right over the top and move forward from there. I love it. Such a natural, kind of flawless look. You can wear it in the day, you can wear it in the evening. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to do my lashes, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, I'm back, and I went ahead and I put on my lashes, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap up and do my mascara. And you can just get a local brand, right? Here it is, just Maybelline. All right, there you have it. Oh, and lastly, just to set your face overall, um, I've lately been using the Beauty Bakerie uh, Sweet Grace Baking Spray. All right, so that is my finished makeup look. I hope that you find it to be easy to do. I do have hooded eyes. This is probably my favorite look. I love a nude lip, and so this right here, I like. I hope that you all enjoyed. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube page, Priscilla Naomi. Also, remember to go ahead and click on that little bell so that you can get a little announcement when I do post a new video. And also follow me on Instagram at Beauty by Priscilla Naomi.